electric daisy is. It is a tantalising taste sensation for the tongue, and quite frankly, I have never tried anything quite like it. I would say it's definitely a once in a lifetime experience, and it depends on which part of the plant you try. So you have the leaf. Now the leaf is a little bit more for those wimpy people. It's a little bit delicate and a little bit lighter. So when you taste it, it takes a little while and then it begins to build up. It's a little bit like a car battery, maybe not a car battery. You know when you get a battery and you put it on your tongue? It's like that, a very gentle numbness. Now I've chewed it on this side of my mouth, so currently I have a flush of numbness going down my tongue. Now originally this plant came from Peru, or it was originally found in Peru. It is actually a perennial, which means that in the right climate, it will grow year upon year. However, in the UK, it is grown as an annual because as soon as the frost comes, it will kill it off. But I'm going to be keeping it in a pot in the greenhouse and trying to keep it going through the winter months. When you then go to tasting these little buttons, can you see that? It looks like a little fish eye. That's when it all gets very, very dribbly. So here goes. I don't know why I do it to myself, all for the love of you. Now, obviously the leaf was really light and delicate, but the flower, I'm now losing sensation of my mouth. Slowly it builds up and it becomes dribbly. I think sometimes it also feels a little bit like lemony. But it takes about 5 minutes. So originally this plant was used to cure toothache, because it's got kind of like anaesthetic properties and numbness, so it will make your mouth go numb. I did do a garden school recently, sorry. It's really, I feel like I'm dribbling. It gives you that kind of feeling. Recently I had a guest and they said in Peru, this is top secret, it is used as a soothing gel, you know what I mean? You know, like a little tingling sensation gel. But here, I just use it for fun. You know, it's quite a bit of a party piece. Pop this on your dining table, or, you know, if there's somebody you don't like, give them a whole flower. I brought this to our garden party that we have here at Le Manoir, and there's about 300 guests, and I said, I'm bringing my electric daisies to the party, and everyone was like, no, you can't do that. 2 Michelin-star food, you're going to annihilate their taste buds. I was like, do you know what? After a couple of drinks, everyone's going to love them. And honestly, they did. I had a crowd around my stand waiting to try these beautiful electric daisies. Well, beautiful probably isn't the right word to say, but honestly, they're a really fun thing to grow. I sow them on the surface because it's a very, very small seed. So I surface sow these. I will pop them into a propagator because if they dry out, it just ends up becoming a nightmare. So put them into a propagator to keep them nice and warm. And then you'll see, I've got some here. These are all self-seeded actually because they're really easy to save the seeds from. When they dry out, you can see here, these are all the seeds that I can sow for next year. But they've already started self-seeding around here. So they'll start off as a little mini plant. You can prick them out. By pricking out, I mean you take one little, let's have a little look and see if I can get that. There we go. One little chunk there. Can you see him? Very beautiful. And then pop that into a cell tray, and then they will grow on and grow to be these gorgeous electric daisies. You can also cook with them, so you can put them into a salad. I don't know if I would really want to do that, because if you're a really bad cook, this is great. You can put this into a salad and then nobody will be able to taste the rest of your dinner. Like I said, originally it was used to cure the toothache, so you chew on it and your mouth would go numb. So I know, I'm sure you could come up with some really fun things to do with it. But you can, once you've cooked it, so you could use the leaves as you would as spinach, and the numbing properties disappear once it's cooked. But I think it would be really cool in a cocktail, or maybe like a little cakes or something, frosting, just very, very gentle amounts on there. But I hope you've enjoyed my little talk on the electric daisies. They are great fun to grow. Be careful, don't eat the whole flower, because literally I reckon you'd probably take about 30 minutes to get your taste buds back. But it's a great one to grow, so highly recommend for entertainment value. Follow along and subscribe for more tips. I'm going to be sharing lots of vegetables that I'm growing currently within the gardens here at Le Mans Wildcat Saisons. I'm growing about 158 different varieties of vegetables throughout the gardens. Some are a little bit more delicious than this. So I look forward to seeing you again soon.